Grit with Grace is brought to you by Zoetis. Your dedication runs deep, and it fuels everything Zoetis does. To protect and support cattle and those who care for them, we are born of the bond. Learn more at bornofthebond.com.
Well, Clinton joining us once again from the Cattle Industry Convention and NCBA trade show in Houston. Clinton, many producers concerned about the drought.
Yeah, Tyne, 70% of the country currently covered in drought or dryness, much of that parked over the west and into the southern plains. And it's the dryness that's a growing concern for producers here at NCBA's convention this week. And from the stories I'm hearing, the drought is definitely one of the concerns, but it's already leaving some lasting scars.
Yeah, Clinton, just 7 weeks ago, fierce winds sparked uncontrollable fires in western Kansas. Our latest edition of Grit with Grace is a story of survival that's now turned into support streaming in from across the country.
It was December 15th. It was a Wednesday. The night before, there had been a whole bunch of schools canceled, and we knew that there was going to be wind.
With wind warnings, not even those were enough to prepare this area for what was about to hit, as what they believe were downed power lines sparked a fire that changed their fate.
About 2:30 in the afternoon, our neighbors to the north and west of us, Craig and Jolene Lawson, they called and they said, hey, there's a fire. And they said that it's headed towards our house. Could you guys bring a couple of trucks and trailers over and help us evacuate our horses?
With that, they took off. David and their son in one truck and trailer, and Stephanie and their son's roommate in another truck.
We got over to their house. We pull into their driveway. Craig meets us there and he's like, hey, the fire's already here.
Seeing the fire on the horizon, they jumped in to head back east toward their ranch when the truck and trailer flipped over from the high winds.
My truck did not blow over. So at that point, those three ran back and jumped in with me. And at this point, we can't necessarily see the flames, but we can feel the heat, like you knew that it was close. And so I'm like, we got to get out of here.
But they didn't even get 100 yards north and the fire was already crossing the highway.
Craig called and he said, hey, Jolene's still in the house. He said, you guys need to go and grab her.
So they did. What they didn't know at the time is the wildfires were so furious, it tore through a 25-mile path in about 18 minutes.
It's blowing so hard it would have been jumping a half a mile to a mile at a time.
And at that point, they were trapped.
We go to leave and the fire trucks meet us at the end of their driveway. And they're like, no, you can't go west. There's another fire coming over the top of this fire or whatever. And so they're like, follow us.
So they followed the tanker truck and two rural fire trucks into a green winter wheat field that the firefighters knew would provide the least amount of fuel for the fire.
At this point, it is our local neighbor, people that we have known our entire lives.
And with that, those volunteer firefighters came up with a plan to try to survive.
We're gonna sit here and we're gonna wait it out, and the tanker's gonna pour water over the top of us or when the fire gets close.
She says with a limited amount of water left in the tank, they didn't turn the water on until the fire was closing in.
We're sitting in the middle of the wheat field, and when the fire came over, Grady's best friend Tyler was on the back of the fire truck, and he was outside spraying us with water. Sorry. He was the one that was outside spraying all the trucks with water.
This video shows you just how close they were to not surviving that day, with this ring of green, the only thing that didn't burn. Well, Stephanie David, along with their son, survived, but they lost basically everything but the clothes on their backs. That includes their house, barns, and 200 head of cattle. But things are looking up. We'll show you how hope is rising from the ashes